Welcome back, everyone. In the last few episodes, we have discussed many important developmental processes, including fertilization, cleavage, blastulation, gastrulation, and neurulation. These processes involve stem cells, which are undifferentiated cells that have the potential to become many cell and tissue types later on in development. In this episode, we will discuss the major types of stem cells. And one thing I will mention is stem cells are definitely high yield on the MCAT. It's a topic that is very likely to show up in passages and in practice questions, so I would spend a lot of time reviewing this information. So, stem cells are classified based on their potency. So, totipotent stem cells have the greatest potency out of the stem cell types, and they are able to differentiate into any cell type, including extra embryonic tissue, as well as embryonic tissue. Remember that extra embryonic tissue includes things like the placenta. They're not part of the embryo, but they help support embryonic development. So that's the unique part about totipotent stem cells, is they can also develop into extra embryonic tissue. And totipotent stem cells are only found in the embryo. They're not found in adults. And they are present up to the 16 cell stage of the embryo. The second most potent type of stem cell are the pluripotent stem cells. And pluripotent stem cells can differentiate into any cell type found in the embryo, but they cannot differentiate into any extra embryonic structures. And the cells of the gastrula are considered to be pluripotent. And that is because they can differentiate into any cells of the 3 primary germ layers of the embryo. The next type of stem cell is multipotent stem cells. And these can differentiate into several specific cell types within a particular group of cells. So they can't differentiate into every cell type of the embryo, but they're able to develop into a few different types of cells. One example you may encounter a lot on the MCAT is hematopoietic stem cells, which are a type of multipotent stem cells. They can differentiate into the cells found in your blood, including white blood cells and red blood cells. And these multipotent stem cells are the only type of stem cell that we have discussed that are actually found in adults. So that is all the content that we will cover for stem cells. But before we move on, let's try a couple of practice questions to help deepen our understanding. The first question is, what stem cell type has the greatest potency? Totipotent stem cells have the greatest potency out of the types that we have discussed. Question number 2, what stem cell type can be found in adults? Multipotent stem cells can be found in adults. That's it for this episode. Thanks for joining, and come back next time for a discussion about how stem cells become specified and determined to a particular cell fate.